And a special thanks and shout out to Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers, Indiana for allowing me to come out and film this 2020 Lincoln Corsair. With the demise of the Lincoln MKZ and MKT, the MKC is the last Lincoln to receive the new naming scheme and design treatment. Following the naming treatment of ditching the confusing MK prefixes and going with more conventional names, the MKC is now called the Lincoln Corsair. Named after, of all things, a pirate ship, and harkening back to the Edsel Corsair name, the Lincoln Corsair is all new and shares its platform with the all-new Ford Escape. And with all that being said, sit back and relax and join us in this all-new in-depth review. And this Corsair is a reserve model with the very expensive Elements 2 package and is painted in ingot silver metallic and features the very nice looking black and cashew leather interior. The Corsair sits on a 106.7 inch wheelbase with a 180.6 inch overall length and an overall width of 83 inches. The Corsair has a 12.4 inch shorter wheelbase and an 18.7 inch shorter overall length than its Aviator counterpart. And this Corsair is equipped with the intelligent all-wheel drive system with selectable drive modes via the rotary dial on the center console, and not unlike that of the Navigator and Aviator counterparts. It does feature animations in the 12-inch display. And power comes from a 2.3-liter turbocharged aluminum block and head, dual overhead cam, 16-valve gasoline direct injection inline 4-cylinder. It creates 280 horsepower at 5,500 RPM, 310 pound-feet of torque at 3,000 RPM. With a curb weight of 3,851 pounds, Motor Trend magazine tested the Corsair from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6.5 seconds with a 0 to 90 mile per hour time of 13.9 seconds. Quarter mile was reached in 15 seconds at 92 miles per hour, with a top speed that was not recorded. And the Corsair features a 16.2 US gallon fuel tank and consumes 4.2 gallons per 100 miles driven, with an estimated total driving range of 395 miles. EPA fuel economy estimates are 21 miles per gallon city, 28 miles per gallon highway, and 24 miles per gallon combined. The sole available transmission is an electronically controlled 8-speed select shift automatic controlled by the iconic piano key buttons and features manual shift pedals mounted to the steering wheel. And taking a walk around the rear of the Corsair, not much is different from the outgoing MKC, save for the thinner tail lamps and a little bit more of a smoothed out design. It does still retain the clamshell liftgate with large LED light bars running the width of the panel. The tail lamps, turn indicators, and backup lamps are all LED. The tail lamps do feature a very nice, interesting design. And of course, interestingly enough, since US regulations forbid main lighting on the movable body panels, when the liftgate is open, the rear lights transfer to the lower red portion mounted within the bumpers. And looking down below, all Corsairs features dual, bright-tipped exhaust outlets. You've also got parking sensors and, of course, your backup camera. And looking along the profile, the Lincoln family design is evident, with an outline similar to that of the larger 3-row Aviator. With a sloping roofline, blacked out A, B, C, and D pillars, and dark tinted windows, the Corsair appears to be moving even while standing still. And steering is vehicle speed sensitive variable rate electrically assisted rack and pinion. Wheels are the $1,150 optional 20-inch ultra bright machined aluminum wheels with dark tarnish accents. Tires are 245/45 R20 Continental Cross Contact LX Sports. Brakes are 4-wheel disc brakes assisted with ABS, advanced traction control, roll stability control, as well as active braking and pedestrian detection. The brakes on the 2.3T can bring the Corsair from 60 miles per hour to 0 in 118 feet. And taking a look around up front, there is no mistaking the Corsair for anything but a Lincoln. While the MKC received the new grille design for the mid-cycle refresh, it has been since updated with the newest look. At first glance, it appears to be an Aviator, just not as wide. In fact, the Corsair is 6.9 inches narrower than the Aviator. Headlamps on this vehicle are full LED units with approach and farewell elements, LED driving lights, turn indicators, and fog lamps. This Corsair is equipped with the Lincoln Drive Control, fully adaptive suspension, with dual-chamber air springs front and rear. Overall, I feel the exterior styling of the Corsair is incredible, with a very high-quality attention to detail. One can easily forget this vehicle is based on the Ford Escape. And obviously, remote start is standard. To operate is very easy. First, you need to lock the vehicle, then double press the remote start button. And with Ford's intelligent access, smart key access system, by keeping the key fob in your purse or pocket, you're able to lock and unlock the vehicle doors. You can also use the card as key option as well. The rib portion will lock the vehicle. The lights will flash and the mirrors will fold in, indicating the vehicle is locked. To unlock, simply grab the handle to open it. And inside, we see a brand new interior for 2020. It's all new. Completely different from that of the MKC, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It looks like a small Aviator or a small Navigator. The details and attention to quality are absolutely incredible, even for a vehicle this size and price point. Very nice upscale door treatments with soft leather and vinyl touch, accent stitching, piano black trim, the Revel sound system. You do have the 24-way perfect position seats with 3-driver memory. Very nice chrome door handles that flow into the chrome accents. Piano black accents on your power equipment switch. Power windows, power mirrors, and power door locks. Power foldaway mirrors, as well as automatic dimming and heated mirrors. Alright, on the dash you do have your hatch release, your fog lamp control, headlamp control, and instrument panel brightness. You've also got electronically tilt and telescoping, heated leather wrapped steering wheel. And down below, satin silver illuminated Lincoln tread plates. Alright, let's take a closer look at the seats. While they're not the higher end perfect position seats for this vehicle, they're very nice. The upper portions are not adjustable and they don't have high adjustable head restraints for power, but they do have individually adjustable thigh supports, as we'll demonstrate here. Overall, these new seats are far superior to that of the outgoing MKC. They're very luxurious, very supportive. Alright, and let's pan through the interior to show more details. I love the two-tone steering wheel treatment here. It is a carryover unit from the Aviator. It does feature the same design elements, such as the piano black trim, the new multi-function controls that are adaptive to whatever function you're doing, as well as your hidden cruise controls that deactivate until you press the cruise button, then they illuminate. Cleans up the area. And of course, your reconfigurable multi-function controls here. They adapt to whatever menu you're using. And of course, your push to talk button on the steering wheel is a really nice touch. multifunction controls for your blind spot, lane control, and all that kind of stuff. And this vehicle does feature the fully digital thin film transistor LED or LCD panel. It is reconfigurable, very similar to that of the Navigator, the Continental, and the Aviator, as well as the Nautilus. An analog unit is standard on the select and base level reserves. This vehicle is also equipped with the head-up display. Alright, moving over the top of the dash, you can see the cutout for the full color head-up display. It is a really high visibility, high in-depth readout. You have the top speaker for the Revel Ultima sound system. The floating 8-inch touchscreen display. I just really love this new dash design. I also love the floating start-stop switch. I think that's a really nice touch. And before we get into the touchscreen, let's listen to some of the symphonic chimes. Alright, let's get into the 8-inch touchscreen display. It is Ford's Sync 3 system. It is a pretty responsive touchscreen display. It is a floating display similar to that of the other Lincoln vehicles. Numerous vehicle options such as adaptive lighting, your massage controls, your lumbar controls for the driver and passenger seats. Alright, moving down, of course you have your piano key. Placing the vehicle in reverse, activate your reverse camera with adaptive guidance lines, as well as a 360-degree top-down view. Pressing the camera button in the center console also displays the front camera. It does not have guidance lines, but it does show the front view. I do like the new piano key transmission selectors. They do take some time getting used to, but I like them better than the rotary dial. And I like the vent design on the dash. The floating controls feature a very nice Art Deco, almost modern look to them. You do have the same climate controls as shown in the Aviator, with the sans serif temperature fonts, heated and ventilated seat controls, and of course your climate controls. And bringing the menu up will show the climate controls on the display. Moving down along the center console, it is a nice wide center console with covered storage, as well as USB charge ports. Drive mode select. You have your electronic parking brake, now is moved to the console instead of the dashboard. 2 front cup holders, and a nice large center console with a wireless phone charger. It also features LED illumination. Overall, the interior of the Corsair is an absolutely incredible place to be. It does not feel like you're sitting in a subcompact SUV. 3-channel HomeLink universal garage door opener mounted on the driver's sun visor. Fold-down sunglasses holder. You also got the revised overhead console with the touch control lights and your panoramic sunroof controls. Alright, the sun visors do fold down, obviously. They feature LED illumination with really nice, crisp, bright LED illumination. Sun visors do swing out, and they also fold out on extension rails. And of course, overhead, you have dampened overhead assist handles. Alright, now let's take a look at the active park. We're going to press the active park button. We're also going to display that we're going to do perpendicular parking, and we're going to follow the prompts on the LCD panel on the touchscreen. And it shows that it found a spot. Place the vehicle in neutral, and then press the park assist button on the dashboard. Press and hold that, and then you'll control the brakes with your feet. The vehicle will do all the gear selection, as well as to move the steering wheel for you. And the green arrow shown above on the touchscreen will actually start to empty as the task is completed. As you can see, it's not centered in the parking space, so the vehicle will stop. It will also correct the steering, the forward movement, to line itself up with the parking space. While this system is actually really novel, it does perpendicular as well as parallel parking. I find that most people can actually park their vehicle faster than the system can, but it is a novel feature and is actually very helpful if it is a very tight space or a very crowded space. It's a lot more accurate than any human can be. Alright, now let's take a look at the rear seat. The rear seat, of course, is just as different from the MKC as the front seats are. Very nice door trim treatment, similar to that of the front doors. And the rear seats do seat 3 across. It is a 60-40 split folding seat. All passengers have high adjustable head restraints. And the seats carry the same theme as the front seats with the stitch patterns and the perforations. And this cashew leather looks really nice and upscale. Fold down center armrest. It does feature pop-out cup holders instead of integrated cup holders from the MKC. Overhead, you have overhead illumination, assist handles, nice wide window openings. And this vehicle is equipped with the heated outboard rear seats, 2-stage heating, climate control vents. And down below you have 2 USB ports, a USB Type 3 and USB-C, as well as a household style AC outlet. Of course, you also have seat back mat pockets. Folding the seats is easy. First, we're going to release the head restraint. Then, at the base of the seat, we're going to lift up on the handle. The whole seat back will fall forward, giving very easy access to the rear seat, or the rear storage area. And you can just lift the seat back up and it locks into place. The seatbelt has its own guide, so you don't have to fish for that either. Alright, several ways to open the luggage area. You could press the button on the driver's side instrument panel. Underneath the O and L emblems on the Lincoln sign, there is a small membrane switch. You can use that to lift up the liftgate. You can double tap the key fob, or my favorite, you can kick your foot underneath the bumper and the liftgate will release. Alright, taking a look at the luggage area. It is smartly designed. It is a nice load flat floor. With the rear seats up, it features 27.6 cubic feet of storage. With the rear seats folded, it has 57.6 cubic feet with a gain of 30 cubic feet. It is illuminated with LED lights. It does have rear seat fold buttons. You have some side compartment storage, 12-volt power point, as well as some tie-down hooks. Underneath the luggage floor, you do have your compact spare tire, and you also have the optional removable parcel shelf, which also acts as a privacy cover. Closing the liftgate is easy, just pressing a button in the trim panel, and the liftgate will close. And this does conclude our in-depth walk-around look at the brand new 2020 Lincoln Corsair. If you liked this video and would like to see more like it, please comment down below. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/neighborhoodcarreviews. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.